What's cooking, guys? In this video I'm going to show you how to do a dolly zoom effect in Premiere Pro like this. Alright guys, so the first thing you need when you're doing the dolly zoom effect is to actually have a clip where you are either moving in, dollying in, or you're moving out, dollying out. In my case, I have a dolly in. I'm just slowly walking down the ceremony space towards the arbor here. And to do this, it's actually really good to have something in the center of the frame that we can kind of keep the same size the whole time while the background is kind of moving. So in my case, I have this arbor here in the middle. So like I said, I'm going to be doing the dolly in. I will show you the dolly out as well. But for now, we're just going to stick with the dolly in because the dolly out is exactly the same thing. Just you're just adjusting the keyframe position a little bit. And I'll show you that later. So to actually get started with this, I'm going to go to the front of my clip by hitting the up arrow key to get to the front. If you can't do that, just make sure your layer is toggled on over here. And then once we're here, I'm going to just be affecting the motion keyframes here. So I'm just going to put a keyframe in the beginning for the position in the scale. And now I'm just going to go to the end of my clip by hitting the down arrow key till I hit to the end. I'm going to just extend this a little bit so I can actually see my clip the whole way through, and I'll pull it at the end. So now I will create another 2 keyframes here. So for the dolly in, I'm going to just be affecting the 2 front keyframes here. And like I said before, we want to keep the thing that's in the center of our frame here the same size the whole way through. So to actually do this, since I'm dollying in, I need to have basically the position and scale of the arbor at the end, but I need to have that at the beginning so it stays the same size as I'm moving in. And to actually be able to do that and see that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my clip, hit Alt, and I'm going to duplicate it on top. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse that clip, speed, duration, and reverse. So now I can actually have that location in the front. But of course you can't see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my opacity and make that 50%. So now that we have that, I just need to adjust my position and scale to match that upper layer. So I'm going to just lock that layer at the moment. Make sure I'm selected on this clip, double click. And now I just need to adjust my position and scale to just match up these 2 clips the best I can. And if you need to be able to see a little better, you can always hit the fit, go to 100% or whatever percent you need to see a little closer, and just to match it up. And there you go, that's pretty close. It doesn't need to be absolutely perfect, but that's good for me. And now I'm going to just unlock this layer and just mute it for a second so we can actually see if it actually worked.
To choose you every day for the rest of our lives.
And there we go. You can see that my object in the middle is staying the same and the background is moving. See that? Really cool dolly in zoom effect. So now for the dolly out, it's exactly the same thing, but I'm going to be adjusting the last 2 keyframes, not the first 2. So I'm going to delete this top layer and I'm going to reset my position and scale keyframes because they are going to be a little different. And then I'm going to hit this reset parameters for both of them. And for me, I actually don't have a dolly out clip. I'm just going to reverse this clip. So I'm just going to do speed, duration, and reverse. I can do this because I don't really have anything visually moving in the background where you can tell it's in reverse. And if you don't either and you want to do a dolly out with your dolly in clip, go for it. Just be careful of the background, like I said. So now we're just going to do the same thing as we did before. I'm going to unmute this layer and then make sure we're just in the front of our clip and it's selected, and then we're going to adjust our position and scale, create those keyframes, go to the end of our clip and do some more keyframes. I'm going to hit Alt again, duplicate this layer, and then since it's in reverse, I need to make this in normal speed for our top layer. Hit OK, and then put this one at 50% this time. And then pretty much do the same exact thing. I'm going to lock this layer and scale this up to match them again. And then once you have it matched up and you think that looks good, you can just unlock this and mute it, and then we'll take a look and see if we got that dolly out effect.
Choose you every day for the rest of our lives.
And there we go, our object in the middle is staying the same and our background is moving, giving you that dolly effect. Alright guys, so that's the dolly zoom effect in Premiere Pro. Pretty easy to do and actually creates this really cool effect. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. Other than that guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.